Lesson 21, quiz, hot cross buns, and things about how to read music in just normal letter and number notation. Write down from memory the fingerings or the number of fingers that are needed to press on a string to play hot cross buns. So grab a piece of paper. I'm going to show the camera, but I'm not going to say what the numbers are. You should be able to write down from memory what fingers you have to press. Okay, so 1, 2, here they are. Excellent. I hope you were able to write that down with no trouble. In the quiz in the book, you'll notice that you see some new markings that you haven't really seen before. So we're using things that we already know. We're using letters and numbers to learn how music notation works. And before we get into the staff and the notes and the spaces and the lines and all of that, first we're going to learn some basic concepts about music notation with what we already know, and namely lines, numbers, and letters. So the vertical bars that you saw in the quiz, that go up and down, so you have a bunch of numbers or letters, then you have a vertical bar that you see above the quiz are called bar lines. They help us to divide the staff. The staff is the 5 long lines, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's lines, and then there's spaces and lines that the notes will go on to. But the staff that we're going to get to later in the book, the bar lines, it's a concept that would take this long line and would divide it into bars. And that helps us to just keep track of the notes, and a bar is the same as a measure. Right? So I'm going to take a look at a musical piece of paper, musical notation with the staff, and the staff is the 5 lines with 4 spaces and 5 lines. The bars help us divide that staff into manageable little chunks called bars or measures. The double bar lines, one is skinny and one is thick, means that the end of a piece or a song. Here's a musical question. What is the difference between a song and a musical piece? Very often, those two words, piece and a song, musical piece or a song, are used interchangeably, but there's a very key difference, and actually they're not the same thing. Do you know what the difference is? What does the song have that the musical piece does not? So a song must have words, and a musical piece has no words. So when we play folk songs on a violin, technically those are songs because they do have words, even though violin doesn't play words, right? It just plays musical pitches. And then there's music that was strictly composed to be just sounds with no words at all, and that will be considered a musical piece. So, song must have words, a musical piece just needs notes and sounds. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.